Thank you for joining me in the quilting studio. Vibrant and bright out here today. I love to bring you tips and ideas and thoughts about your quilts, your piecing, your stitching, your pressing, and the long arming process. And let's go ahead and talk about that here real quick. Take a minute to like and subscribe. And also when you hit the arrow down below, we'll take you to another of this quilt of Linda's being stitched out with other tips and ideas. So be sure and check that out. You can also follow on Facebook and Instagram, where I put pictures of these beautiful quilts with all kinds of thoughts, ideas there as well. Let me show you what's happening. Linda brought this over. She's just a master at quilting. I get a lot of quilts from her and I love them so much. She has a lot of variety, and many of her quilts she really makes up. She really just creates what she wants, which is such a fun blessing to be able to have. She has this fabulous succulent and cactus panel in the center, which is brilliant. We live in Yuma, Arizona, so there is a lot of cactus here, and then she surrounded it with all these extra pieces. Now what I really want to show you is actually the backing. The backing of the fabric is where I really want to go with this. So this is actually the backing right here. I have it face up right now because I want to show you what's happening. You can see she's actually put a complete stripe into the backing right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull the quilt off and show you the backing. She's actually put a complete stripe down the center of the backing. Frequently, Linda will add something to her backing, and wonderfully, she has amazing tension. So the tension is always an issue on backings if you're going to add extra pieces, and I have not had any issues with hers as well. So she's got kind of a quilt amongst a quilt. She's also, of course, wanting that to be centered on the quilt. The quilt needs to go the direction it was. The way I had it is how it's going to be centered in relationship to this stripe right here. But because of a couple of things. One is, this is the selvage, so I've got a lot of tighter section here and I have a different weave on it. Plus she has added leaders to the edges of the selvage, which I love because that's going to make it wide enough. Because of that, I'm literally going to turn this the other way. This is going to be now the top of the quilt turned up over here, and then I will run the quilt this direction with this stripe going horizontal, and I will balance the quilt in relationship to the stripe, but everything will be going horizontal. Why? Because I don't want to fight with the tension of the selvage or with the extra piece that she added. So I'm literally going to turn everything around. I will determine the center of the front of the quilt, and I will put it with the center of this stripe right here and run it in that direction. So there's a lot to be aware of. I also have to be aware of the blank spots that she has put on that backing and be aware of how that's going to fit. So I'm going to have to balance the whole thing. Yes, that's a little extra work. Yes, it is worth it. So let me know what you have going. Let's start a conversation. Send a quilt over here to Brenda's Quilting Studio. Happy Quilty Day.